Hey, what's up y'all, it's Zach, back with another video, and today, we're making homebrew. If you like this content, be sure to give me a like and subscribe. And if you do homebrewing at the brew in a bag method, let me know how my method is different from yours. Let's check out what we got.
Alright y'all, so this is what we got. We got a Blue Moon clone here. I got everything pre-milled because I don't have a grain mill yet, but you can see here's the grain bill. Maybe a little bit easier to read here. A soft ale US05, and then we got orange peel, coriander, and 1 ounce of hops. So here's what we got, and let's go get this started.
All right, y'all. So for today, we're doing 7.5 gallons of water to start. Then we're gonna do a 158 for the mash. We're gonna do that for an hour, and then we're gonna bring it up to a boil, and we're gonna pitch the hops for a full hour. In the last 5 minutes, we're gonna do the coriander and orange peel, and then we'll chill it down and pitch the yeast.
All right, y'all. So I got my 10 gallons of RO water here. Probably not ideal for beer because I'm not treating it with anything, but it's definitely better than the water that you get in Texas, which is super hard. So once I get that added and started for mashing, I'm gonna make up a batch of StarSan. Alright y'all, water's at temp, and I wanted to say, don't make 5 gallons. That's way too much. I guess I didn't realize that like this 5 gallons is like the entire thing filled to the brim, and there's a ton of foam. So luckily I have some corny kegs I'm reconditioning. I just poured half it in there so I could finish making the ratio correct, but wouldn't recommend doing the full 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my grain because I'm at water, and then get to mashing. Alright y'all, so we're mashing outside right now, and since I don't have a flame, I don't mind doing some other prep work. So the directions call for using a pestle and mortar to gently crush the coriander seed. I don't have that, so I'm gonna use a magic bullet here in my little cup. I'm just gonna give it 1 pulse or so, and then I'm just gonna add everything to the cup. And take the cup outside with me. Since this is like the last 5 minutes, I don't want to be fiddling with other prep work. So I'm going to get this going, and then I'm going to start working on prepping my cooling solution, which is going to be ice based. I have a wort chiller, and then I have a little transfer pump. So I'm going to use the hose for probably a minute just to try and whisk off some extreme heat, and then I'm going to switch over to the ice. And I'll show that contraption here. So trying to be a little bit better with how I use my water, but I'm gonna go ahead and prep this. All right, y'all, so this is the contraption I got going here, and I've just been blitzing, and yeah, it's not too fine, but it's cracked, so I think that's what we're going for. All right, y'all, I just wanted to show you, this is the flavor bomb. So these little orange pieces and the kind of crushed coriander at the bottom. I'm just gonna take that out with me, so whenever these go in first for an extra 55 minutes, and once that's done, then I'll add this. And since I'm doing brew in a bag, I got an extra little bag, so hoping that's not too painful to get in there, but we'll see. All right, guys, so it's been going for 60 minutes, and now I'm gonna pull the grains, and I'm gonna use a cookie sheet here to strain them. And then we're gonna bring it up to a boil and toss in the hops. Alright y'all, so we were just boiling, and I cut the heat a little bit so that I can put these in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this in here, start a 55-minute timer, and then get the heat going again. I do have this square bottle of just RO water because the second it hit 212 it was really foaming. So yeah, I turned it down so that I can do this one-handed, or I guess as individual, and then I'm gonna go ahead and crank that back up so we're at temp. Hey, what's up y'all? So been boiling here for about 30 minutes. Looks like I lost another half gallon of water, but that's okay. I'm sitting at 6.5. So I'm gonna let this go for another 15 minutes, then I'm gonna put my wort chiller in here to sanitize, and then in another 10 minutes after that, then I'm gonna put in the final aromatics for 5 minutes, and then it's gonna be time to chill. So see you then. Alright y'all, so got the wort chiller in, and gonna go ahead and prep my ice bath, and I'm gonna explain what I'm doing here. So I wanted to give you a better idea of what I'm doing. So I have my wort chiller in, and I'm gonna have this ice chest full of ice. To start, I might just run it off the hose for a minute because my hose water is still relatively cold, and this pump I have, it's not rated. This is a transfer pump, so it's not rated for anything over like 160, but I'm not too worried since I'm using the ice bath. So basically the premise is that's going to be the water intake. This is going to be full of ice water, and then this is going to be hot water coming out. So I'm going to connect this to this pump, so it's going to be sucking in the cold water and then pushing it all the way through the chiller. And I tested it the other day, and it's powerful enough to do that, so pretty excited. That's going to save me a lot of water. But like I said, I might run it off the hose for like, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute just to try and whisk off that immediate heat. Alright y'all, so just coming up on 55 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my aromatics. Unfortunately can't do that with one hand, but I'm gonna go ahead and open up the little nylon bag I got there, add this in, and then let it go for another 5, and then start chilling. So just cut the heat on this. I got ice I'm pouring out into this, and then I'm gonna hook up the hose. I'm not gonna use the water at all. It is cold, but I got enough ice and ice packs. I think it should be fine. So here we go. Alright y'all, so I'm about to start agitating that, but as you can see, here's what I got going on here. So I got ice and ice packs. So the water going in is pretty cold. Water coming out is actually pretty warm now. So I think it's doing a pretty good job, but like I said, I need to agitate, and then yeah, just kind of play the waiting game. Alright guys, so I got her down to 84. It looks like we got maybe 5 1/4, maybe 5 1/2 pounds. Like I said, running a little hot, but I'm gonna go ahead and pitch the yeast anyways. I got extra in case it doesn't work out, but it's really hot here, and I'm not gonna get this any cooler outside. So like I said, I'm gonna pitch the yeast and move it inside, and if it doesn't work, then by the time I pitch it again later, it'll be cooler. So that's the plan. I poured a sample, and I need to go take the reading inside, but I'm gonna wrap this up just to make sure that nothing gets contaminated while I'm kind of not attending to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up, and then get a reading here. Alright y'all, so I wanted to show you, it looks like I pulled a 1042. It's a bit lower than the 1053 that I was supposed to get. Yeah, I think that's pretty common with brewing a bag. Also, I took it out of the bottling valve on it, and it actually got a little bit of trub too, so I wonder if that is why. I didn't really mix it well before I did that, so that could be on me, but regardless, I'm pulling a reading of 1.042. Alright, so not a lot of action right now. We're actually bubbling in reverse because it's still cooling down. My tile's a bit cooler, but we can check in a little bit. Hey, what's up, y'all? So it's been 19 days. Fermentation has stopped. Pulled a sample, drank most of it, but looks like, so I started with 1.042 or 4. I got both readings. And then I just pulled 1.01, so we're looking at about 4.4% ABV. But I'm gonna go ahead and get her kegged and throw her in the fridge, chill her down. Yeah, let's do this. All right, y'all, so here we go. I got my new quick disconnects on here, and we're pouring in. Got the hose down at the bottom, so I'm trying to minimize splashing, but all in all, looks pretty good. All right, y'all, so did the initial rinse. About to scrub it out, do some cleaning. I got the keg inside in the fridge, so I'm gonna leave it there for a day, pressurizing. Well, no, I'm probably gonna try it in a few hours and see how it goes. But I'll definitely get some feedback or some footage, and then yeah, we'll wrap this up. Hey, what's up, guys? So it's been a while. I think I've had the beer in the keg for about 3, maybe 4 weeks, but the profile of the beer definitely changed since I got it. As you can see, it looks nothing like it should, but it tastes great. Smells like it should, tastes like it should, but definitely looks like the wrong style beer. So all in all, I think the kit was awesome. It worked great. Something that I would be more mindful of next time was I definitely started with too much water. I didn't know what to expect because on brew day, I think it was like 97 degrees out Fahrenheit when I ended. So it was really hot and I had no idea how much evaporation I would have. But I think I started with 7.5 gallons or 7. That was just too much. I'd probably drop it by half, and I think that would help me with the ABV because this is really low. And then another thing was I only had 1 bag for both the hops and the aromatics, and it took me way too long to put the aromatics in the same bag when it was wet and it was boiling. It just took a long time. So I'll probably have a second bag for the aromatics, and then also wildly underestimated how much ice I needed. I felt like that would happen. I had a lot of ice, but it was like it was made for like cocktails, like really small crushed ice. That did not help. So next time I might have to take a leaf out of CH's book and use a Tupperware container and get a large block. I do have a chest freezer, so I can do that. And then another thing was, so this obviously super cloudy. I didn't put any sort of flocculant or anything in there to make it look like commercial beer. That doesn't really bother me, so I don't think I ever will. But I think part of it also is I left the hops and aromatics in there a bit longer than I needed to. Honestly, with the chaos of the water situation and cooling, I kind of forgot them, so I took them out probably about an extra 5 minutes late once I had cut power. So I was actually very concerned that I might introduce some bacteria there, but I mean, it was still hot enough that obviously it worked out for me. And then, yeah, I mean, all in all, I think the kit went well. Having pre-ground or milled grains was definitely a convenience, but I think that's part of the reason why my ABV is low, in addition to maybe too much water. I don't think I was able to get enough efficiency out of the grains because it was just kind of whatever. It was milled when I got it, and honestly I didn't brew it right away, so who knows. But I did pick up a mill like I said I wouldn't. But Midwest Supply had a great deal going on, so I grabbed one and I got another kit ready to go. Be brewing it any day now because
got some extra empty kegs here, but other than that, all in all, highly recommend it. This was the Blue Loon kit. It's supposed to be Blue Moon clone. I think it's pretty spot on. I haven't been drinking it with orange just because I left the aromatics in there, so it seemed fine without it personally. But yeah, definitely give this video a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Hit me up with the comments if you've made this or you want to, or anything else homebrew related. Take care.